Hey Cancer, I'm SJ from Where's My Crystals and welcome to your monthly intuitive tarot forecast for the month of January. I hope you had a great new year. Please do remember to check out your rising and moon signs as well for a more thorough, in-depth individual reading if you do know those, of course. So let's get started. We've got the Ten of Wands at the beginning of this reading, which is showing me that you came into the month or are coming into the month carrying a little bit of a burden, carrying some stuff that you know you need to let go. Remember here, we've got the Chariot. This is you in control of your own destiny. This is you in control of your own life. You pulling the strings, you holding the reins. This is all down to you. So why are you not letting it go? I feel like there's a big urgency to release something. And the sooner you do that, the better, because we've got a lot of change coming through the rest of the cards for you here, Cancer. I feel like you have just been plodding along, carrying this burden. I feel like for some of you, this is toxic people, or not, maybe not even toxic. Some of you may be toxic, but it's not even toxic people. It's people that are in your lives that you don't need in your lives, and you're actually thinking, I'm thinking a lot of you, it's maybe like keeping people on the back burner, or you're dating people and you know it's not really going anywhere, but you keep plodding along anyway because you're waiting for something better. But that better thing isn't going to come for you until you cut the ties with the thing that you're engaging in now. So whether that's a relationship, a friendship, or even just some like emotional baggage for you, Cancer, I feel like for some of you, that's what this relates to. It's like, I don't know why they're telling me, but who gives a shit what people think about you? That's what I'm hearing. So let it go, take some nice deep breaths, breathe in the cleansed, new, fresh air, and breathe out the old negative beliefs, basically. So the Chariot is telling us that you are in the driver's seat. I can see this very strongly for you. You know exactly what you want, but you're creating almost blockages by not letting those things go. And it's almost like a comfort blanket as well, whether it's limiting self-beliefs or it's a physical person, it's a comfort blanket for you because you think they provide something for you that you don't provide for yourself yet. But let me tell you, this is coming for you. And actually, if you don't let go of those comfort blankets, you're never going to grow. So, excuse me, to get the growth that you really want to engage in, you really need to look at and let go. Well, I don't even think you need to look at, I think you need to let go of what you already know you need to let go of. People, in particular, I'm getting a very strong sense of people, but also for the other people that doesn't relate to, I'm getting a sense of this is like an emotional mindset that you have upon yourself, Cancer, which is really holding you back. So let it go. We've got the Five of Cups reversed, so I'm kind of seeing like there's maybe an opportunity at the beginning of this month to start looking into travel, and that's coming through to me, but I'm also thinking there's a little bit of a blockage with you, and I think it's relating to this thing that you're not letting go, you're holding on to for some reason, and it's starting to hold you back. It's almost like you're filling your cups, but then because you're not trusting yourself fully, you're creating the manifestations, you're doing all the work, but you're still holding on to those attachments, and the attachments are not really that healthy for you. So just beware of that, and just remember that I'm just getting let it go, let it go. Gorgeous, I should apply for maybe a new job on West End. We've got the Two of Wands here as well, so again, I'm getting a real strong of movement, travel, and also perspective. This card is asking me to tell you to look at your perspective on the things that are in your life, the people that are in your life, and also like the physical things that are in your life. Cancer is not the most materialistic sign, but there is traits and like habits of holding on to certain things that. And again, because we've got this energy coming into the month with the Ten of Wands, I'm feeling like the message for you here, Cancer, is really to kind of just like change your perspective. Perspective changes absolutely everything, how it looks. And sometimes you can get caught up on a feeling or on a reality that's not really the true version of that reality because you're looking at it from a certain angle. What I would say in this respect as well is whoever you choose to talk about with situations, whoever you choose to talk about, be very careful who you select because people will always give you their opinion, and what that will do is it's going to put a very influential skew on the way that you see and perceive something. When I feel like it's not necessarily always coming across that way. It's just then you almost get wound up, I'm feeling, and you see someone's view but through somebody else's eyes, and I just feel like there's somebody in your life that's not really that authentic, and I feel like they have a little bit of an ulterior motive, not in like a really sinister way, but I feel like there's definitely like a friend on the situation, on this peripheral, that just be careful how you confide in them, basically, is all I'm going to say there. But yeah, a massive opportunity to travel. It keeps coming through to me. I keep getting the spirit messages about travel. I really feel like if you're not traveling this month, which I think would be a really good thing if you're able to, then I think you'll be traveling soon, or you'll be planning travel this month. I feel like there's a big world out there, Cancer, and your creative soul needs to feed off something. So traveling, if you're looking for something to do, will really help fill your cup up again, and help you to change your perspective as well, because I feel like we're getting a lot about perspective and how you look at things here as well, Cancer. We've got the Eight of Cups, which is showing that it's kind of you manifesting what you want and then it not really being enough. Is it ever enough? I'm getting grass is always greener. Just, again, looking into that perspective mentality and how you look at what you've done, and just actually looking at the things you've created in your life. Like, this is a really nice exercise to do if you do journaling, or if you don't do journaling, then you can just simply write about like maybe like a timeline of the last 5 years, the last 10 years. It's a really nice time to do it, with it being the very start of a fresh calendar year. Rather than thinking of this as quite a depressing time, think of it as more of an exciting time. It's an opportunity to reflect. Okay, what has happened in those years? Where have we gone wrong? Where have we gone right? And being very reflective. And I think where you actually see that more logically on the paper, with less of the creative heart involved, you'll be able to see then, okay, actually I've done fucking amazing for a start. I've created this, I've done that, and things might not have worked out to how I planned. However, they are looking good, you know, and I've got a good life. I'm doing well. And I feel like for most of you, Cancer, I feel like you are doing well, but you're hard on yourself. So it's like you don't recognize even that you are doing well some of the time for some of you. We've got the Ace of Swords reversed, which is showing me that I feel like a new opportunity or job offer could be on the cards for you this month as well. And if it does come through, it's reversed, so it's showing me that there's variables, I think, involved. And I feel like if you kind of need to take a bit of action towards this for it to occur, I feel like with this job opportunity, it's going to be quite fast, it's going to be quite quick, and I feel like it's going to be good, but you need to fact check first. So just make sure you're going into this really knowing exactly what it is, because I am getting the Ace of Swords reversed, which is giving me a little bit of a warning to do with this. But it's not a worry. You shouldn't not take the job. You should just know exactly what you're getting yourself into. That's what I'm hearing. If it's to do with like financial investments or investments of time, just make sure, which obviously every job is an investment of time, but I mean, give me a job that's not, and I will get paid for it happily. Yeah, I just think, just be slightly, not even wary, just keep your eyes open. I'll come back to these cards in a second. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. We've got the Three of Swords as well for you coming up. So I feel like if you're not in a relationship, I feel like I either think there's a relationship coming to an end, but this could be like a relationship with yourself. It could be the way that you treat yourself. I feel like just be careful on not talking negatively to yourself. Be really conscious of the words that you choose to speak to yourself with, Cancer. But I feel like it's the end of something, of a feeling in your heart. It could be a physical love or a relationship. It could be someone you're dating that is coming to an end, or it could just be that you are shifting this perspective, Cancer. And I feel for a lot of you, there's been quite a lot of self-doubt, self-deprecation, and this card is telling us to just like fuck that one off right out the window, because you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing, and you don't really need me to tell you. You know it in your heart of hearts, and I think this is what this is telling us. It's like trust the knowing in your heart. Trust the deeper feeling. Forget all the society pressures. Forget the pressures that you put on yourself, because they're really what get you down and make you feel like shit. We've got the Four of Wands coming up, so that being said, we are moving on into the opportunity for more of a unionship. So if you are in a relationship, I feel like there's going to be a lot more talks of commitment. I feel like maybe you could be moving in together. Excuse me, sorry. I feel like you could be moving in together, or I feel like there may be even news of a marriage to a very close friend or family. I'm not getting marriage for you this month, Cancer, from the spirit, but what I am getting is there's like a sense of unionship, and this has the very, very, how do I want to say it? This has the opportunity for longevity, basically. It's the real deal. If you do wish to get into a relationship and you're not already, when this opportunity presents to the end of the month, I feel like mid to end of the month, I think it's going to be a good opportunity for you, and don't rush it. Just go with the flow, because slow and steady wins the race. If you want that end game and you do want that commitment, I feel like I've just got to tell you that you just need to take it step by step and not get carried away with yourself. But I do feel like, that being said, if you're in a relationship already, it could be going to the next level, that being maybe more commitment in terms of just like living together. That's a really strong sense that I'm getting as well through the cards and the spirits today. We've got the King of Cups, which is showing that you are basically doing amazingly for yourself, and you started to kind of reflect on everything. You started to feel a little bit at more peace, at a bit more peace with yourself. I feel like this Four of Wands card, this kind of like commitment, could be to do with another water sign, in particular Pisces, but it could be any water sign. And I feel like you're a little bit unsure. Even though you really want something, you're a little bit unsure about it too. And I feel like it's just making up your mind, you know, like trust your heart and try not to let your head overtake your heart in that situation. Coming through to the end of the month, we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is showing us basically we're just feeling very kind of settled towards the end of this month, even though there's going to be quite a lot of big changes in terms of possible career change, cutting people out of our lives or cutting negative thoughts out of our lives, maybe commitment, moving in with somebody. There's quite a lot of things on the agenda, lots of travel here. But what I am seeing is that travel is going to translate, and these experiences are going to translate into a more wholesome, fulfilled you. And I do feel like money is getting better at the end of this month, probably especially looking from the third week. We've got the Wheel of Fortune at the end of the month, which is reversed. So the Wheel of Fortune is showing us that just be careful, like if you are a lucky person, Cancer, then just not relying on that luck too much, because the Wheel of Fortune can land on anything. And although it's a very good omen, we're getting a little bit of a brief of warning, just to say that it doesn't always land on your favor, basically. So just take that with a pinch of salt, but take that as you will. It's just one of those things. The wheel doesn't always land on the jackpot, and that's what I'm just going to say there. So if you are taking risks, taking chances, especially like I'm getting a strong sense of like investing money, and you are a little bit blasé, and if that's paid off in the past, just be careful and be a little bit more considered with your choices. Less from the creative energy, which we always want to harness within ourselves, Cancer, but more into that kind of masculine divine energy, because that's going to be a little bit more logical, a little bit more fact-based, and it's going to really help you to kind of do the research and see what's going on before you kind of invest your time, or it could be anything. That being said, it is a very positive card still, so the opportunity for investment there, whether that is in a person, financially, in a project, or even just the commitment of spending your time in a certain way, it's going to be good. You just need to make sure you know exactly what you're going into, and we're getting that as well with the Ace of Swords reversed there. The animal spirit are telling us we've got the hawk, which is an air sign. So this is telling us that just kind of like be a little bit more transient, like kind of blowing through the month rather than having some control over it. Relinquish control a little bit, try and be a little bit freer. Think of things being a bit lighter for you rather than being heavy all the time. Just that change in mindset can make your whole body feel a lot different. But it's also telling us that you need to be observant. You need to know what's going on. Hawks, sight of a hawk, you know? So they have the best eyesight. So it's just telling us to use your eyes, see the bigger picture, look at the perspective, but also fact checking. So there's a few meanings to these cards that I'm getting really strongly for you, Cancer. We've got the wolf, which is determination. It's very fast acting earth energy, and it's telling us that I feel like this is maybe the wheel of fortune reversed as well. It's almost like don't be too hasty that you end up leaving things behind that you shouldn't have left behind, and don't go into things too quickly without fact checking and really knowing the whole picture first. But yeah, just removing yourself, looking at the different perspectives of things before you make decisions, and making sure those decisions that you make in January are very measured. We've got the camel energy, which is a fire sign, and this is showing us the balance as well through these cards. We're getting you obviously as the water, we've got the air, we've got the fire, and we've got the earth as well. So we're just really getting that extra energy coming in to influence your month, making sure that you do things that keep you in balance. So keeping the air in there, go out for a walk, that'll connect you with the earth and the air. Like get into nature, light candles for fire, put the fire on. Literally, it's cold, it's January, you can do it. Like honestly, that all really helps you to balance the elements, because you have a lot of obviously water energy, Cancer. But the camel also is very spiritual, and it's it can use kind of it's the moon energy, which is really fitting for you, Cancer, as well, because your planet is the moon. But it's kind of telling us to keep some reserves, you know, so don't spend all at once, or don't spend all your energy in one place, don't spend all your energy on one person. Just keep in the reserves, don't have to get rid of everything. And I'm getting money's burning a hole in your pocket for some of you. If money is burning a hole in your pocket, take that as it resonates, and just take that with caution and try to be a bit more sensible, basically. I'm going to just choose a couple of initials of letter beads for you. So we have the letter F and the letter D, the letter C and the letter H. So take that as you will, if any of those initials resonate for you as you're thinking through this reading. I'm now going to bring a crystal out for you. So we've got lapis lazuli, which will be a very good crystal for you to wear this month, Cancer. That will give you extra protection, and it's going to give you some more grounding benefits and help you see things from different perspectives and different angles a little bit clearer. What we're going to do now is I'm going to pick two beads, and if you want to ask a question, sorry, my voice is going. I've been talking too much. So we've got a dark grey bead, and we've got a clear bead, if you can see those. And basically the dark grey hematite, that's going to mean yes to it. The answer to your question will be yes, and if it's the clear one, the answer to your question will be no. Okay, think of that question now, and the answer is the clear quartz, which is no. So I hope that resonates for you, and if you've enjoyed this reading and you're watching here on YouTube, please do like and subscribe to our channel. If you're here on social media, please also like, share with a friend, tag another Cancer in the comments, or share it with them privately through a direct message. But if you can just share this in one way, even liking it and interacting and commenting really helps us to get this seen and get it out there for as many people to see as possible. Thanks for being here, and take care. We'll see you the same time, same place next month.